Ladies and gentlemen, apologies for the short delay. We have returned. Lizard was a little bit busy trying to do a little mini workout between the series. He's feeling a little bit choked out here. But you know what? We wondered. CM, it's actually Wind and Rain that want to break its loss record in this series.
I mean, this poor hero gets tossed around from one team to another, always in the first phase pick, and still has 0% win rate. In the grand finals, at least. And arguably, like many players will tell you that this is a hero that does not deserve to have 0% win rate, man. It's one of those heroes that's just so strong in the current meta. And but yeah, these players kind of played around her very well. Oh, we see another icy hero. It's the Winter Wyvern.
Oh, this is usually a Wind and Rain pickup as well, the Wyvern, but it wasn't banned, so they kind of baited this in. You know, they went, okay, CM has a 0 win rate. We know this. We know you love Wyvern as well. We're gonna make you choose.
Yep, they made them choose, and then they stole away the Winter Wyvern. It brings you that sustain that they didn't have the last game. A Witch Doctor and Warlock are banned, so you can't really have a lane that's all about that, right? Basically, when you have the Warlock and the Witch Doctor, these two heroes allow you to pick any kind of a carry. They allow you to pick those Spectres. They also allow you to pick PL or whatever you want. And then they just sustain you so hard that you can lane versus even the scariest dual lanes. Yeah, some of those dual lanes, they pressure you a lot. They make you buy a lot of regen, but you never truly lose that lane. And when a hero such as Spectre or PL, when they aren't completely shut down, in the mid game, they come back strong. And these two heroes are banned out, though. And because of that, they go for Bane. All right.
We haven't seen that in a while. Bane... still very strong, good bully in the lanes, but people kind of shrugged and forgot about it when Crystal Maiden was being spammed everywhere.
Yeah, so the Bane, he trades hits, but he does not bring you that sustain that we talked about, and because of that, he's not as favored by many teams. But still, this is a hero that can bully out most of offlaners. At the same time, though, he cannot trade hits with a dual lane. Even though you're a Bane, even though you have Brain Sap, even though you're tanky as like hell, you still cannot trade with Winter Wyvern that goes there and just spams Arctic Burn and then Splinter Blast. However, there's also this Wind Ranger. And last time this Wind Ranger was played by Katsur, so I'm kind of thinking, is this Winter Wyvern going to be demoted to position 5? Because he just might be. And then we might see some ice on ice action. Crystal Maiden versus the Wyvern. And on the offlane, we might see the Wind Ranger +1 versus the Bane. And Bane is kind of decent versus Ranger, actually. So that's interesting.
It has to be a support. Like, there's no way you can run that as a core right now.
Yeah. Lone Druid banned out, Morphling banned out by new guys. Like, they're like, all right, guys, that Morphling failed miserably. Let's not pick it. Then we have the Ember banned too.
Oh, the Kunkka, though. And Nisha, this is a Nisha special. People talk about this guy and this hero a lot. Definitely considered one of the best Kunkka players in the EU right now.
Yeah, he's definitely all right in this hero. Last game we saw him, he actually lost, but he still did well. It was just the fact that they actually played Kunkka versus Wind and Rain last time, and they lost because Wind and Rain picked the Enchantress. They had the Enchantress pick there. All right. That just happened.
Well, I know Wind and Rain like this. I know more teams are getting into the Podge ever since the hook change. We've been on board with it and what it can do with the max range hook. This is a bold way to approach your potential turnaround game or the game that sees you not go to Summit. So this could go either way. It's a bold pick. I like it, though. I don't like it when teams go, okay, let's be over defensive here. Let's go for the typical meta heroes. They're very safe to play. They don't get killed too often.
I like this. Pudge is actually in a really good spot. And right now, this kind of tells us that this Maiden is most likely position 3. Just like the last time Wind and Rain played it. Last time they played it, it was for Rev Maiden on the offlane. The first time they played it, it was Milan. But most likely because of this Pudge, Milan is going to be playing the Pudge. And then we're going to have the Maiden for Rev. There's still possibility that they go full Wind Strike on us and they put the Pudge on mid. But
I wouldn't even be
Yeah.
mad. I wouldn't even be mad.
I wouldn't be mad, but at the same time, you're playing Pudge versus Kunkka. It's not really favorable for Pudge, I suppose. Like you can deny everything with the Tidebringer, and like, it's not really great. And actually, like new guys, they go Wind Ranger is 4, and we have the Doom. I wonder though if this Wind Ranger is gonna be the safe lane or the offlane support, because in my opinion, Doom plus Winter Wyvern, there's such a strong combination, much stronger because this Bane is probably gonna be on the safe lane, and if you put the Wind Ranger against the Bane, it's not as good as Winter Wyvern. It's not nearly as good. This hero wants to trade hits, Wind Ranger, and Bane wants to do just that, but he does it better. And because of that, like I just see Winter Wyvern doing so much more with the slows and the Splinter Blast. So maybe you pick another hero that can lane with the Wind Ranger on the safe lane, and you roll the Doom Winter Wyvern off lane. That would be kind of good for new guys. For Wind Rain, I guess Pudge made an off lane, Bane +1 safe, and then you get. I mean, you can still pick something versus Kunkka.
What do you want to pick, though? You're probably going to want a ranged hero, something to stay out range, maybe Alina. But if you get hit by the X, like we've seen this matchup before. In fact, I think the last time we saw Lina versus Kunkka, Kunkka kept diving the tier 1 at like 8 minutes in.
Yeah, sometimes he would die because of the rotations, but most of the time he was pressuring them. He was forcing rotations and he was diving that Lina, killing her a few times even. But Wind and Rain, they have to be careful because this lineup, it's still very... Oh, Necro.
This is getting more and more interesting with each pick from Wind and Rain. Another hero that is this the first time we've seen in this tournament? Maybe the second?
Yep. No, it's the first time. We haven't seen him. We haven't seen him before. A hero that has fallen off because of the vessel. An item that completely destroys him. But overall, like, it looks like a decent Necro game. They don't have a lot. They don't have a lot to save against it. You can always doom him though, but that's arguably like the thing that you can say about any hero. Just doom them, right? But Doom kind of completely shuts down Necro. He's not a hero that can right click at all. However, new guys, they could completely twist this around. These four heroes are these four heroes are basically so flexible that you can lane them any way you wanted to. Any one of these heroes can be position 4. Any one of these heroes can be on mid. Well, not any, but Wind Ranger and Kunkka can be mid. Position 4, Doom, Kunkka on, or Wind Ranger. So they can really swap things around. They could make this funky, but knowing new guys, it's most likely Kunkka mid and the Wind Ranger support. But if they wanted to, they have the opportunity to pick AA perhaps versus Necro and put Wind Ranger and Kunkka on supports, but on cores, I mean. But yeah, very unlikely.
I think the interesting part, you're talking about Necrophos and how it can be effective here, it's really going to come down to the Kunkka, especially with the boat buff. It just mitigates so much potential damage you do with the Scythe.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, like you said, Spirit Vessel counters out the Necrophos pretty hard, and Doom is that type of hero that can just naturally build in a Spirit Vessel and it doesn't feel wrong to do.
It's one of those heroes that you really like Vessel on as well. One of the players that started spamming Doom like in the pubs that I've seen the most is one of the players that's, I think, even banned right now, Exmo. Like, he's one of the CIS guys. He started playing Doom, like, he had like 50 games of Doom, and he built Vessel every single time. And they banned an Ix. It's kind of alright, because the hero is really good versus Pudge. But overall, Pudge is your position 4, most likely, so you're banning... you're banning out a carry that's good versus Pudge position 4. And the Bane is pretty decent versus Nike, so kind of a questionable ban. But overall, you realize that they need a carry and ban out just that.
Well, there was an Ursa ban finally on you guys. I wonder if they're going for a full Neely lineup in terms of course.
All right.
Okay, maybe not then. Monkey King makes things a little bit more complicated, but they go for the Luna, which actually, I'm kind of liking this in new guys, right? Because Nisha covers the mid ground. Like, the mid game is going to be safe for them because the boat power is so strong. Mm-hmm. And then you've got someone that can farm super late. It feels like Wind and Rain with their lineup, they're a bit more on the clock. Ritsu, on that Monkey King, he can be lethal, but this is the type of hero that is more kill-oriented than farm-oriented compared to Luna.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I like this draft a bit better from new guys than in the last game. I don't think they have been out-drafted in any sort of way. Overall, I'm just wondering. I'm just worrying about this Monkey King. I don't know where he's like Ritsu. He's usually always their safe lane, and Braille is mid. But isn't like Monkey King fairly decent versus Kunkka? Couldn't you just roll in mid? Like you're playing Monkey versus melee hero, you should be able to win that, and then maybe put Braille on the safe lane. But that's not great for Braille. Like maybe it's better for Monkey to also lane versus Doom. So overall, yeah, it's just safe lane and Necro mid, then Milan plus. It's gonna be interesting. Then Milan plus Forev on offlane, doing a lot of pressure on this Luna. This Luna, man, like if she gets out of position, which she most likely will because of the hooks, she can die. Like Forev with the slows and then Milan with the hooks. That's a ton of aggression coming from that one single dual lane.
I think you're right, though, especially about that Monkey King matchup. You'd prefer the Kunkka versus. Of course, Kunkka can fare reasonably well. The early levels of Jingu Mastery, not as powerful as the later, especially the lifesteal element. So you always got to kind of weigh up, does this hero hit hard? And Kunkka, decent stat gain, decent start and damage, but is susceptible to the Monkey King in the first few levels, which is when he's weakest anyway.
Easy breezy.
So I
Finishing
could...
loading.
Yeah, I think we're going to get that typical disconnect, reconnect scenario.
Yeah.
This has been happening a lot. Ice Frog, if you know what's going on, we wouldn't mind a little tweaky tweak, a little fixy fix.
Help your casters, Ice Frog. Help us out, man.
Oh, there we go. Connect, reconnect, and we should be good to go. They were giggling the whole while, so I'm pretty sure they're moving.
They're waiting for us. Come on.
No, you think? That'd be so lovely.
Yeah, of course.
Just waiting for us, so thoughtful.
I'm finishing the load again. Come on. All right.
Wait, they didn't wait at all. God damn it. Actually,
They waited. They didn't go for the. They're just waiting. They haven't engaged.
This could... No. Are they going to try... So for Rev, he could use the Crystal Nova here, and Millen could go for a hook.
Yeah, they could give him vision. They are actually preparing for that. Look. But there's this ward which is scouting them.
They won't know about it. They'll find out about it.
This is weird because they see forever what's it. On the bottom though, like I don't know, the mid survivor and the sentry does see that ward. So Milan can just roll up and take that.
It's kind of important that you maintain vision control in the Pudge lane anyway. So you can get the hooks off.
Versus the Pudge, yeah, because he can. Is he gonna go and eat that? Like,
I think he's trying to see if he can bait them in on the basis of where they think he is and what he's doing. Like we see sometimes, right, where you kind of leave a ward because they don't know that you haven't got the ward right now.
I mean, he can first trade some hits. Nah, he's just gonna eat it. All right, never mind.
Okay, there we go. He was just waiting. He wants to maximize that regen.
But...
But we do see that sometimes. It's something that people don't talk about too often is when you sometimes know where a ward is, and you just kind of play around it. Play around that knowledge because they probably don't realize that it's exposed. It's known. Often you just want to get it, though, these days because the XP and the gold is so high now.
Hook, connecting. Instantly
he gets him. Gonna find Elisash, slowed down the Crystal Nova, gonna move across, and he's
Fly
about
away,
to run out of
bird.
fly time. Arctic Burn, will it give him low ground? It does. He makes it there. He'll just TP back to the tower, like, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Forever
But they
Burn.
do pull these two creeps, so that's kind of bad for them. I mean, bad for Elisash, as they denied 2 creeps away from Luna. And the equilibrium is gonna not be in their favor. Overall, this lane is scary for Wind and Rain. The problem that I see here is that I believe like Wind Ranger is really good versus Monkey, but Bane can possibly zone her. This Winter Wyvern, if he was bottom, maybe he would have been able to do more. But let's see, actually, bottom lane, Ritsu is getting low.
He's getting harassed hard here. Wind Run from Katzel means that Kid Track's going to take just as much damage. Brain Slap becomes effective once you've got 2 to 3 points in it, but at this stage, sure you saw a trade, but the Wind Run evens it up each time for Katzel.
Yeah, Katsu is actually doing quite well on this.
Nightmare coming out. He just used the Wind Run. Nice Infernal Blade. Katzel needs to move away, though. Can he get away is the question. The power shot through, trying to get the kill on Ritsu first. No, he can't. First blood gets drawn by Kid Track. But Patos gets the kill on Ritsu. And he get Kid Track as well. It's going to get him low, regardless.
He's so fast. He's so fast.
The boots.
He has Brain Sap as well. Boots are there.
Still, the important fact is that Doom, the core, actually got the kill onto the core, whereas that was this first blood support, sure. You still lose Monkey
this
King
isn't
for it.
good. This isn't good for Wind and Rain because now you don't have boots on Monkey King and there are boots on Patus. So he's whenever he wants to, he's gonna be able to connect and hit that Infernal Blade on you. So top exotic deer, kind of zoned out by Milan, but no hooks. Not yet, at least.
I haven't actually highlighted the mid yet, where Nisha is behind Braille in terms of CS.
Yeah, Braille has been doing quite fine for himself here. I mean, we kind of forgot about this hero completely, the Necrophos. He's not picked a lot, so...
Well, he's pretty strong, actually, because he's getting those stacks from the Death Pulse. And we can already see the effect as Nisha's just being forced away. This should start to turn around about level 5 when you've got a few more points in Tidebringer. You can start to harass out somewhat. But there's always that threat at 6 with the Scythe.
Yeah, and that region fight is very hard for...
They got Luna. They hooked her through. Milan found it.
The hook connects, and every time the hook connects, they just go on her. Like, this is the problem. Maybe this is also one of the reasons why they banned out that Nyx, because if you hook him, like, you can't really kill him off. While Luna, she's fair game. Every single hook that connects is scary because there's the 4F with a slow follow-up. And if he initiates with slow like this, it's very easy for Milan to follow up with a hook. Like,
thinking about going again. You can see everything right now. They need to be careful. Remember, there is a Pudge in this game. Hook gets him again. Exotic Deer brought in, and there's no way he can get away in time. More flesh heaps, please. This is just rinse and repeat in this lane, and they need to do something similar to the bot, but you haven't got a hero like Pudge that has that humongous impact.
Yeah, I have a feeling that Pudge is actually very strong right now.
That's all. Made a mistake here. Had used the wind run. The Nightmare comes through. They'll be on top of Shackle Shot's good. Pass on return. Ritsu. He can now just stand his ground. Or can he? Patos hits pretty hard. Ritsu's going to fall. Patos might chase on the kid track. He's next to the creeps. He needs to be careful here. But the brain sap coming off cooldown means Patos has to move away and salve up.
I believe Patos could have even fought that if he counted the seconds of the cooldown properly. But overall, he does get that monkey again. And these trades are definitely going the way of Rain. Because, I mean, yeah, Monkey King is dying on bot. But at the same time, you're completely destroying Exotic Deer on top. He's only level 2. Like, he's been dying time after time. So yeah, you're losing your Monkey King, but you're winning mid and you're winning top. You should be satisfied by the way the game has went so far. He's
just coming up here.
Top. Yeah,
bounties are up. He wants to try and get across to Milan, but level 1x, he can't get close enough.
Yeah, this isn't really where you want to be as a mid player. Minute 5, you don't really want to be contesting that throne as a level 5
bot.
guy.
Ritsu. Maybe in a little bit of trouble. Let's chase for your Patos. He already used the Boundless Strike. They even tip him. Power shot doesn't connect with Katsuo. Mistakes may have been made. They need to get away. Kidrak doesn't have any mana left, so he won't be able to use the Nightmares. It's just coming off cooldown. But Patos now has his phase boost. And while that's happening on top, they find another hook. Actually, they might get Exotic Deer as well. The right clicks for Forev. Salve up. He stays alive. And Forev, he'll be out of range of the tower in time, but...
Just run to the shrine, little Luna. Run to the shrine.
Luckily, Nisha did not have to use that.
Yeah, luckily for him. Bottom lane, just a small fight here, nothing really special.
It's just back and forth aggression between these two outer lanes. The mid lane is... Nothing's going to ever happen there because Brawl is now 6 and Nisha kind of already accepted he couldn't stay in that lane anymore.
Yeah, he kind of abandoned it even before minute 5. That's why he was able to contest the top rune. Now he might roll back in, but he's so low, he has to be careful. He sees the Necro moving bottom, I suppose, so...
But there's a haste there.
There's a haste, yeah. And Brawl just might go bottom.
He is. He's on his way there now. Patos.
Top lane Luna.
Luna gets hooked again. Exotic Deer going to be chased down. Doesn't matter. There's no trees. Going to get slows out. Milan might be fine. Is he? He'll get the kill. And now actually he might need to deny himself because in the bot lane, meanwhile, looks like they're going to get the kill onto Katsuo as they do not even have to use that scythe.
Yeah, they didn't even use the scythe top lane.
Sash.
Another hook. Only the
Milan's got him again. He'll get the kill. Can he get the denied? No, he can't. Oh, he does.
He did.
He gets it. The Lucid Beam didn't get the kill. It came too late.
Interesting, indeed. The thing about the Lucent Beam, it's, yeah.
Was it? Wait, no, I don't think it was too late. It's infused raindrop. So it was just Lucent Beam and then deny afterwards.
I'm pretty certain it's the raindrop. Not 100% certain, but...
I mean, we sometimes see those interesting interactions where it'll still cast. I've seen a few times the Lucent Beam especially, it'll still cast. It won't go through. But the Flesh Heap plus that raindrop meant Lucent Beam done no damage whatsoever.
Man,
but
these level
Ritsu, Boundless Strike comes out. He actually gets it this time. And so Katsuo wants to run away. They lose Patos. This might start to turn around in the bot lane.
Pudge, level 5 on top. Luna is dead. I'm calling it. Oh, the dodge.
Oh, nope.
I
No,
jinxed him.
Hey, actually, the ward was down in the middle of a sentry as well, and Exotic even gets the gold for it. Milan
I jinxed him. He's gonna
hanging around. He's gonna go for
but
this.
This cooldown, though, like he's gonna take some time.
He might try and blindside it from long range. He decides against it though. The point is, it's still a win because Exotic Deer is nowhere near this lane.
Level 4 Exotic Deer on his Luna, while the Crystal Maiden has level 6. Yeah, it's certainly not a very safe lane for this Luna, indeed. This patch has done so much.
He's just ready to go. He's got the boat, but he didn't. He's already used the X. He can't do anything here. That's actually walk away. That seems like a fatal error there. Missed opportunity.
This patch is such an MVP so far right now, and the thing is, this meat hook that has 1300 range on level 1, it's so hard for you to last it versus that, as anytime your movement is predictable, you can be punished by a hook. Because you buy a few mangoes on Pudge and you can always cast hooks.
Nisha.
So yeah.
What's going to Brawl here? X is going to be there. The boat's coming in. Brawl trying to stay alive with the Ghost Shroud. He needs to actually throw out the side on Nisha. Nisha can't hang around anymore. Also, Sash needs to be careful as well. Brawl's so damn tanky here with the Death Pulse regen.
Yeah, basically what he did is he used the Ghost Shroud. At the same time, he used the Salve on himself as well. And that pulse just went full HP instant. And we have Ritsu rotating top. Oh, you can't pull like... Alright. Top is pulled. Never mind.
They'll find it. They even get the tower in the meantime. And actually, Luna's gone bot. Exotic is like, this lane... That lane's no-go, okay? The mid is a no-go as well. The only safe lane right now is, ironically enough, Wind and Rain's safe lane.
Yeah, I mean, the Wraith King did rotate top, so because of that, she can move, but Pudge is already here.
Sash, trying to slow us down. Split Blast come through. The hook doesn't connect on Katsu on the shackle shot off the mark. The particle shot through, not enough. Kid Track should be fine. Heals up the brain sap. The Dismember comes through on the other side. Luna's going to fall again. No matter where she goes, Milan comes hunting a Kid Track. Nightmare up going on the Pathos. He's going to run down Ella Sash. He has no way to defend himself. The power shot through will get the return kill, though. The hook, they're not done just yet. They're going to fight Katsu. Going to try the TP. The Frostbite interruption will kill him as well. 3-for-1 trade in the end. And this is just going from worse to worse for the side of...
From worse to worse, indeed.
There's no other way to define this. It's just getting grim. And, I mean, we talk about how great Luna is at farming. She's not fighting at the boat. Oh, they got him! Bro finally dying.
Yeah, and the worst part is, Lissash got him, so... Like, this Gunka that's been having a bad game didn't even get that last hit, so it's not as good for new guys as it could have been, but overall, they do kill that Necrolite, so...
Ritsu wants to do something top here. Exotic Deer, they haven't punished him enough. They want to go again. Sash is nearby as well. Oh, the pings come out. They know. Gonna jump in, gonna miss the mark. The shackle shot doesn't connect on the Kid Track properly, but Exotic Deer, they can't go on him now. They have to move away with Ritsu.
I mean, honestly, at this point, you're just beating a dead man even harder. Like, Exotic Deer has nothing. And at some point, it becomes irrelevant if you kill him. I think you need to shut down Nisha a bit harder, and then you're secured. I mean, already, they're in a really good spot.
They're moving forward. They trying to actually find Monkey King. But, which tree? Take a guess.
Actually,
Meanwhile, boat in the mid lane, Nisha. Interesting choice there. And needs to be careful because Milan's looking for an opportunity to hook. He has to back up entirely. Meanwhile, on the top, Ritsu just harass him. It's just so pushed in. And I think you're right about that point about going for Exotic Deer regularly. They'll reach the point at which you're actually... It's not even efficient anymore, right? Because you're getting less gold than what you would farming at that time. And Exotic Deer has nothing.
It's very sad, but that's the way it is. So... Okay, bottom lane.
Shackle Shot connects onto the cat bomb. Forever will be ran down. They even throw out the Doom.
Doom used.
CM hate right here. Run her down and finish her off.
That's a big kill for them, definitely. That CM is level 9, so they got a lot of experience too. Overall, it's a Doom used, but it's a position 3 Crystal Maiden. It's not your casual support poor Crystal Maiden. This Crystal Maiden has a lot. Power treads, drums, so killing her is kind of fine, even if you use that Doom. However, you're still... Yeah, he's so scary, man. You feel so pressured by this.
You got 3 heroes here, and you still back up. It's like he's just shown he's skipping. Okay, he's intimidating. He's very good at his well, he's doing his gym workout actually, the thing you want to do.
Yeah, his little dance there.
Yeah. Do some skipping. Is that how you keep it in shape?
Yeah, of course. Of course. They smoked up, and they're hunting Exotic Deer again.
Come on, if this was an actual deer, it would be like a starved deer. A husk, a dead corpse that had just been rotting at the side of the road for 2 weeks. And Elisash, they go for him instead. They'll find that wife and they hook him through. They'll dismember him up. And he'll fall.
They're making one starved fox as well. I think that's what his name is on Polish. Not certain. I think it is. So they have a deer, a starved fox.
I remember you saying about
turning on each other, man.
Jesus. You say my stories get dark. You just turn this into some sort of feral Wild West in the wild. Oh, that's all. Nightmare up. They're porting in. Brav, down to half HP. Has to use the boss already. Nice hook away. We'll get him out. Power shot through. Gets him close. Not close enough, though. Death Pulse so frustrating to deal with. They at least get the deny on the tower. But you did rotate 4 heroes for that.
At least the deny, though. That's something. But
the constellation price.
It's a little price, though, because that mid tower is so valuable to you. Opens up the map and allows this patch to go even deeper in any sort of way that he wants from now on, as the top tier 1 and the mid tier 1 are done. So your jungle just became super scary. From now on, you can't really hang out there anymore.
Oh, look at this ancient ward. They already know something's up.
They should expect it.
Here, track. He finds Nisha, the Nightmare coming in, and Milne's going to try and move across. He's got the hook. No, they actually throw out the Fiend's Grip. Milne will just look to stack it up correctly, bring him in. No, the Wiz Curse going out. Nisha will be able to move away. The boat coming in right now. Perfectly timed to actually smash in and will do the damage. Milne down to half HP already. Chasing through, though. Elisash looks like he's going to tick out. Even throw the Scythe onto him to make sure he falls.
Yeah, I mean, I think for new guys, this is all right. They didn't lose Nisha. And bottom line is, Elisash, he just threw everything he could to save Nisha, and with that he's satisfied, even though he died. Like, yeah, you die, but you're a position 5.
This
and
is getting...
saved your mids. It's kind of fine.
This is getting really worrying, though, because Kunkka, he said about that powerhouse of damage in the mid-game and how he sets up and bridges across for Exotic Deer. That done nothing. That was half HP, right? And they weren't even at full.
I mean, he doesn't have anything. That's the problem. He has less network than his offlane Doom. Yeah, it's Doom. Doom usually has a lot of network, but overall, only 4.5k right now. He doesn't even have that armlet, so he doesn't really deal any damage. They need some items. That's the wait a bit longer.
They got 3 heroes down here. Rev, he already senses something is off. He just TP's out.
Yeah, after that torrent was thrown, he got hit by it, and after that he instantly pours out, as he probably expected that they were just scouting for him. And if he remained, he would have been a dead little maiden right now. So, pretty good.
I think they made it a little bit obvious as well, because look at the push top. They're taking the tier 2. So, yeah. You guys, they just don't... They're not able to do anything. It feels like they're motionless. They're going to take this tier 1, but they're just having to dodge out wind and rain wherever they go.
Wind and rain, though. They might just smoke here if they have a smoke. Do they? Bane has one. Let's see. Smoke and go bottom fight them. Nope. Just gonna continue farming around top.
Just chill.
Take those bounties. Yeah, just chill. There's a move. Oh, actually, scratch that.
They smoked
Monkey is gonna do that, while the 3 of them are gonna smoke up and take back their jungle. They're like, we want your jungle, but we're gonna take ours back too. This whole map is ours. And I mean, why not? You're so in front.
Here alone, but he already senses someone is up, and once he sees Necrophos as well, that'll soon for him to get away. Ritsu gets baited out the trees. Nisha already had the X down, but it's just every time. Response is they have to run away. He is fast with the drums. They won't be able to find him, but they might be able to get their hands on Katzel still. They ping. They see him. Crystal Nova actually gets blocked out from the hook. They'll move across. They got the root. Nightmare put on the kick track by mistake, but it won't matter too much. Katzel's still going to fall.
Yeah, I mean, Doom survived. Katsur, yeah, not as big of a prize as that Doom, but overall, off of that kill, they can go for this tier 1. Winter Wyvern, though, he's close.
What can he really do except die alone in this scenario?
It's Kunkka.
Yep, boat comes out, maybe a little bit too late. On the toggling, he's trying to do this. Down to half HP on Ritsu already, but he's got that lifesteal available.
Yeah, but the problem is Bane is connecting and he has no port. He's gonna be scouted out.
Isha gonna go for this. This doesn't have a choice, actually. He kind of has to fight him. Ritsu getting low now, wants to move away the torrent. Dodged out as he leaps into the tree. And like I said, Bane arriving, Kid track. Try and run him down. The Fees group just to ensure there's no more nuisance with the armlet toggles. And Doom, can he get across? He throws out the Doom Nisha. He gets the armlet toggle again, but no, the Frostbite killed him off. The freezer field down as well. Patos needs to retreat, but he's slowed down way too much. The Scorched Earth hasn't got long left either. He's trying to buy a little bit of time, but they'll find him with the Crystal Nova.
Yeah, Forever is doing so much right now. That blink, power treads, drums just there on time. And the Frostbite you can't really... He didn't have an option though. If he didn't armlet toggle at that point, he would have died anyway. So he tried, but Frostbite was on him, and he would have died either way. So good plays by Nisha's armlet toggling though so far. Like, he's done so much on that top lane. He could have died much earlier, but because of those toggles, he survives. However, they waste the Doom on a useless Bane just to buy a few seconds more for the Kunkka. And because of that, I don't see them fighting. Like, they can't fight. Discussing strats.
Discussing strats. Okay. That's fair. They've kind of embraced this this kind of hate they're getting a little bit.
I mean, no, like, this is allowed. This is
they can actually, can't they? That's true.
I don't see anything wrong with this. Like, you can just pause the game and say...
Because you're given a certain amount of pause time. How you want to use it, that's your choice. If you want to throw it all out at the start, and it's just so that you can go for a toilet break and then talk about it for 5 minutes, that's your choice. About the strategy, not the toilet.
I'm not certain if it's the same for Beyond the Summit, but I think they have like 10 minutes break. You can just use that 10 minute
There's
whenever,
no, it's basically any way you want. Each team gets 10 minutes. I think we had the Double Dimension game where Vega used up their 10 minutes as well for Double Dimension to get back in, which is quite nice of them. They don't have to do that though.
I'm just gonna go and do like 50 push-ups right now.
Hurry up. Strategies being discussed.
10 minutes as well. Like, I as a caster, guys, chat, entertain yourself. The casters have their timeout as well. Like, we have the right to have pauses. Justice for casters, man.
Yeah, let Lizard go in and
demand our rights.
Come on.
Man, I started calling myself a caster.
There you go.
Rip.
You know, it's happened. You've evolved.
Rip.
Or devolved, depending on how you feel.
It's fine. I'm enjoying myself. It's fun. And we have... Well, the game is continuing.
What's their strategy? What are they hiding from us? I'll tell you what. Spirit Vessel. That's what. Millen just picked it up. Suddenly, these kills just got a lot easier. Doom, not going to feel tanky at all. Not with the Spirit Vessel in this Scorched Earth.
I mean, we talked about that Spirit Vessel. We expected new guys to buy it versus Necro, right? But nope.
You need money for that, though. Like, that's kind of the key part. You need gold.
Well, I mean, you do have drums on Pathos and Phases. Maybe Phases and Vessel. He could have had that turn so far, at least. Maybe he would have been able to get that Vessel as well. He is quite farm. He's not really super behind. Only 3k behind the rest of them. So I think, though, right? Katsur, there is a Winter's Curse that they can use.
Leaps on him. When his curse goes down to Kid Track. Actually, he's been beaten up. The Shackle shot through. They could go for a power shot and finish off the kill here. Kid Track. Nope. He'll be safe. The raindrop plus the stick's more than enough, and he follows up with Brain Sap, so he's up to more or less full HP at this point, it feels like. Nisha. Oh, they kind of find him. Boat's coming in. Nisha trying to stay alive here. I don't think it's going to work. Armor toggle again. No! He's going to do it. Miller trying to chase through. It's going to be close to Spirit Vessel. And Nisha, can you get this right? He does. He's going to do it again. He's staying alive. This man and his toggles. I mean, you know what? There's going to be shout-outs about macros, but he's proven he can still die in the top, so it's not macro. I think this man is just... He's clearly... This is his warm-up each day. When he gets on Doa, an hour in the training lobbies just hitting armlets.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a few players. I mean, I stole this from a few pro players, and I did it too. Like, basically, you buy an armlet on Wisp, and you go... Instantly, you blink to the ancient in between the 3 towers, and you just armor toggle there, and you try to survive as long as possible. It's a nice trick, nice way of practicing that armor toggle. But this guy is a beast, man. Like, he just has he just feels it out really well.
He's on the beer. They found him.
Right?
Beans grip goes out. Patos. Oh, he actually takes the hook himself, but it won't matter. The scythe comes out. It might have been more beneficial if they just got the hook through. It's a long time there. It's 70 seconds on the sideline for this Luna.
To take the bounty at least.
Nope. Pado's like, hell no, I want out of here. The hook, that's going to miss both of them. Torrent, the Winner's Curse being used, the boat coming in. The Doom going to connect. Ryle. Oh, the freezer field though. They don't have to control. They finally stop forever. Now the Smemma coming in. Oh, the Nisha needs to move away this quick. On the other side of the fight, they will be able to finish off Necrophos. Forever's going to be ran down as well. They're still chasing for more. And on the other side, Nisha, he cleans up Millen. Millen just wants him so bad. He doesn't need the toggle. Every time they go for this Kunkka, it's just not working out anymore. And Ritsu, he might want to leave as well. As finally, new guy, they start to show signs of life.
But the bounty, man. Come on. Doom, what were you thinking?
I was a little bit worried from actually because the boat smashed in too soon, right? So they didn't get the damage because of the Winter's Curse. But despite that, I mean, let's face facts here. Scorched Earth plus the Tidebringer damage. Nisha, like an armor on Kunkka is huge.
But that was awesome. And Katsur with perfect shackle shots too. And they cancel out the Crystal Maiden's freezing field by the X marked spot. Just perfect play from everyone there. They're behind, and their Luna is dead, and they take a good team fight. Yeah, there was no monkey though. There's that. This monkey is just farming. And he has that Fury. And he almost has that Echo Saber as well. So he's kind of a problem.
This is where it gets scary. Like, you take that break with the Battle Fury, but you're back in as soon as you got the Echo Saber and Elisash. Track says, no, what are you doing here? Well, he's detecting your wards.
Misses.
Hook doesn't hit the mark. The TP in. Katsu trying to move through. He's got the Shackle Shot, but he can't see any target right now. Trying to charge through the Wind Run. Shackle Shot won't connect on anything. Patos moving across. Will club him up the Infernal Blade. Millen in a little bit of trouble. The use of the Wukong's going to go down. Ritsu just hiding in the back, but the X is going to come out of the Brawl. They're going to drag him back with the Torrent. Can they do enough though? There's the Hook through. They'll find Exotic Deer again, and Millen lives. Every time, this Luna, she just can't do anything in these fights.
She's just way too squishy. She doesn't have that BKB, and once she's hooked, she just disappears.
Go for Millen.
Millen is he's not stopping.
Oh, the Fiend's Grip. Katsor, he's gone. Boundless Strike plus the Hook. Goodbye, my fair lady.
I mean, in all honesty, new guys were a little bit, maybe feeling a bit too strong after that fight around the bottom rune, because, yeah, the Monkey King has joined the fights now, and you have to be a bit more worried. And this is just a performance of power coming from Wind and Rain. They're just showing them, like, if Monkey King joins these fights, you guys are done.
It's getting pretty concerning. And the other big thing is once you hit that level 15, you've seen the tree dance come into effect. Your movement around the map is just absurd.
Yeah, and there's also one sick combo that we saw from Pudge and Monkey King. Yeah, you can dodge the Wukong's command, but if the Pudge is in it, he just hooks you back in. So you have to be very careful as those clones that Wukong commands, like the Monkey King's clones, they just hit so hard. They just show you.
Really feels like those early kills have come to bite new guys in the ass because it's so hard to kill Millen now. He's so damn tanky at this stage in the game.
Yeah, like so much HP.
Oh, jump forward. They see Exotic Deer again for Ev. Drums forward. Frostbite's going to come out. There's the hook through. Dismember waiting for you. And actually a Scythe as well. 78 seconds on the sideline. Mercy on Luna, please.
Yeah, they don't even... Like, these kills on Luna, 250 gold for a carry Luna. Feels bad, man. At the same time, Millen is getting his Flash Heap stacks. And that's amazing for them, because he's getting stronger and stronger.
It's also, right, new guys win conditions, clearly Luna. That's how they're going to win this game. But, like, this is the thing, because of the Scythe, the increased spawn time, it's worth throwing out on her every time.
Yeah.
Now they take Roach.
They're going to take this Roach without contest. New guys, they aren't really known for contesting Roshan very well either. In any case, and when their carry is done, when their carry is dead, they just don't even try.
There it is. For Monkey King. He's more or less untouchable at this stage now. And this is the perfect time as well, because this is when he's most exposed. Before he picks up that BKB, before he starts tanking up with items like Skadi, this is when you can kill him quite easily.
Yeah, this is still, like, he dishes out a lot of damage, but as you said, he's not really tanky. Usually, I would say that it's not super easy to push high ground versus these heroes, like versus Wyvern and Drow Ranger, but Pudge, he's really strong early game, but he also enables you to push high ground, as if you're able to make a good hook, like connect a hook from their high ground, and you certainly can. Wait, Nisha?
Helen! Hook! He found Nisha. There's the connection you were looking for. The Ancient even joined in for a little bit, but Nisha down to half HP. The boat's going to come in. The Winter's Curse being used. Looks like Millen's going to be held in place, but Nisha, he has to go to full retreat here. They'll know there's a ward there now, but can Millen find it again? No, he can't. No chance the hook connects. Too much movement speed on Nisha.
Alright, so Monkey King uses Sizzle.
Patos! They caught him in the bot. The Nightmare in time with the dust as well. Kidrak needs to be careful. Katzel's moving across. He wants to try and shackle shot, but Kidrak nicely dodged out. The Fiend Script going to be used on the Katzel. Patos has to get involved with stop, so that gives time for Millen to move across. He's got the hook available, plus the Spirit Vessel. Katzel's going to go for the 4 stuff away. Patos won't be so lucky. He gives his life, and well, last time he thought he might be saving the Kunkka. This time it's just for a support Wind Ranger.
Yeah, that wasn't great. The Wind Ranger saved him, then he went back in to save her and pay the price. Died for her, so that's not so great for them. The grip was used, small, good upside of all of that, but overall, they're so pressured. Luna still hasn't finished that BKB, not even close actually, just has the Ogre Axe. And Patus, the Kitrak is actually pressuring her out even further.
The hard Luna game. I think this is probably the most we've ever seen a Luna punished in this tournament.
Yeah. She's really been destroyed. Like, that top lane was so hard for him. Well, Nisha is kinda keeping up on this Kunkka, but we've seen this scenario once before. Like, he has a decent game on his Kunkka, but his whole team is kinda... Like, they fall behind so hard because this hero... Like, he didn't create a lot of space for this Luna, but he couldn't because Luna was crushed so hard super early on.
I mean, he had a hard time as well, right? Brawl completely forced him out of lane before they even reached 6. Speaking of Brawl, what's he doing here? Just cutting creeps? Okay, the pings came out. It looked like he wanted to move on to Patos for a second there.
Yeah, he has Lincolns, so he's not super afraid of the Doom any longer either. Doom needs a creep, maybe a troll or a Satyr with Purge.
Hellbear, no, please, not this. I mean, he's got the speed aura. A little bit speedy with the Kobold.
Yeah, he's
he trades up. He's
That's not gonna help him though. That's not gonna help him. He has enough speed. He needs something to break the Lincolns with. Overall, yeah, they have these tools of defending high ground, like X mark on the Kunkka. He goes in. Do they have any Yules? I don't think so.
They don't. And look at the lineup. There's not many people that typically build Yules. They could try and sidetrack for it if they feel like Kunkka's a problem.
Yeah, but maybe later. Most likely not. Perhaps Crystal Maiden, but she's building into that Lincolns too. Just they're basically all securing themselves versus the Doom instead, which is understandable.
Do more X from Kunkka.
From you guys, they're sick and tired of standing on high ground.
Brawl
There's
though.
no BKB on Luna still though. She's bottom.
Might find him first for Rev. No, blinks away.
DD on bot.
And Ritsu's here as well.
They
Dunley's going to turn around.
chase.
Millen moving forward. The hook through. They'll find Elisash. The boat won't change anything. The Wiz Curse being used. Elisash trying to escape. But can you? No, you can't. The balance strike down. He's just going to disappear.
Right, but the bottom lane is pushed in. So if you want this tier 2, you have to go back and outpush that lane. So what do you get from this? You can maybe force high ground. Or if you get a hook misses.
X coming out in the middle as well. A little bit of frustration in return for him. But he's so tanky. He doesn't even care. And Exotic Deer, he's out there trying to farm. The problem is Bane is nearby, and Kitrak, he can hold him in place long enough for his team to get across.
Okay.
Scan, they know. Grip. They know where he is. Exotic Deer needs to get out right now. He's got no TP for 30 seconds, though. Mistakes have been made. The bounce strike's going to connect. Kitrak's going to move around. And there it is. Oh, he actually gets Eclipse out, but they're so tanky it won't matter. Exotic Deer is still going to fall. Kitrak even getting the brain sap off to make sure it's not even close.
And that Eclipse is basically wasted right now. Yeah, I mean, I understand why he did it, but still.
It's his only fighting tool as well. He's not tanky enough to go up against this. And they've still got their Aegis. They could go for the high ground now if they want to.
So, the Luna is down for... They don't have the Aegis. Yeah, they don't have the Aegis any longer. It just disappeared. But this Pudge, man, like, if they put a high ground ward, he can just get one hook after another. And off of that, they could pressure high ground. But instead, they're doing what we see very often.
They've already got sentries down, though. Like, new guys, they knew this is the problem. Frostbite's going to come in, though. Whoopsie daisy. Winter's Curse comes out, but the Dismember's already on top of him. The boat is going to come in way too late here. Ritsu does get the Wukongs down, so it makes it harder for them to approach. Miller's down to half HP, make that a third of his HP. But Spirit Vessel, so effective against him. The X is going to connect on the Ritsu. He's got the BKB if he feels too threatened here. They'll be fine. Hook out just to make sure from Millen. They don't need to rush this. They have a sturdy lead, and they are just increasing it as time goes on.
You don't really have to hook if you can just blink in and dismember. Because he has 2.8k HP. This guy doesn't really care a lot. And Pudge, like we talked about the Crystal Maiden and her level 15 talent, how good it is, the plus 150 gold per minute. Well, Pudge is also one of those heroes that actually benefits a lot from his talents. Level 20, you get plus 180 gold per minute. And then level 25, you get the plus 2. if you want to, which I see people mostly do.
Hook won't connect. Elsash does get rude in place with Frostbite, but
yeah, but the hook was thrown already, so
they got a little impatient.
Yeah, a little bit impatient there.
Exotic did. He knows his experience. He's not going to fall for it again. Kid Track can't see him. He hides in the trees correctly. But meanwhile, in the mid, they got hooked. Cats are low on HP. They're going to try and turn around a mill, and the boat's coming out. The Doom's being thrown out onto Forever. They're going to chase on top, and they burn up play as well. Brow trying to keep him alive. Patos down to half HP. Can they get him inside? It's going to be close, not close enough. The Cold Embrace will even save him and heal him up. They'll turn around the Brain Stat, trying to finish off Patos. The Winner's Curse down on Kid Track. Ritsu looks to get involved. Brow still chasing forward. Exotic needs to get inside his base. He has got the Eclipse coming off cooldown, but maybe not the best fight. They did get some kills, but it's not the big ones. It's not the big monies.
Yeah, they killed Milan and he bought back, so that's kind of alright.
Hook! Nisha, he tried X. He gets it off in time.
Yeah, that could have went so badly because there's so many weird interactions with the hook. Sometimes I don't know, it's just weird. Sometimes it can break, like you X yourself, but at the same time he hooks you, so he hooks you back in that spot where he wanted to, and you're not X'd back. There are some weird interactions with the hook, indeed.
The infamous ones were swap and hook shot, where I think swap, it basically was that you swap and then you hook yourself back across anyway. So if they swapped you, you basically got out of the base still anyway. It's pretty weird.
Ritsu just jumping around, giving some info. Nisha going in. They don't have Yules to stop this still, so he can't.
Oh, they're gonna build it next. Brow's going for it, but he's got his Ags first of all. The hook coming in from Milan won't connect. Blink away just in time for Patos. But the important thing is that Ags is now online for Necrophos, and he's going for the Yules next. So Kunkka's mischievous plays, they are going to start disappearing from the game. He's not going to feel safe anymore.
Yeah, definitely. Like, you have to itemize versus this. If you have no hero that's going to help you, like, then you itemize. You get that Yules. I mean, that's the only way, honestly. Like, you buy the Yules versus Kunkka, and from then on, he can't really do this. He does have the Shadow Blade, so he can X mark the spot, then go in Shadow Blade and just use it, but he has to be careful. If they have detection, they'll be able to use that Yule on him.
It's also timing, because there's a wind up to X pull him back, whereas you can Yules instantly.
So far, they haven't managed. They didn't buy the Yules. And there's a BKB on Luna, so perhaps this is their opportunity. This Pudge man, 3k, 3.1k HP, right here. Moving in, just avoiding their wards, moving alone onto high ground.
Him on the base, Fiendscript coming out, and Cypher as well. They're going to find Kunkka 120 seconds on the sideline and no buyback. Oh, coming out, they find more than Dismember on a Luna. Exotic again, too low on HP. He won't even be able to use the BKB. They chase for more. The route coming in. Patos controlled up. He's going to fall as well. That's 3 quick picks, and that huge slip up might cost them a lot. That could potentially be 2 lanes, actually.
Yeah, there's no buyback on Kunkka or on Luna. How do you defend this? Like, they can't. Like, this should be 2 lanes if they are fast enough, and I don't see why they shouldn't be.
Problem is they can't even try and poke and prod because of the Pudge. Meanwhile, on the back foot, Elisash, this is not your base. You're just outside it, buddy. And the Cypher's going to make sure you get back there. But the buyback instantly. It's cheap for him. He might as well throw it out there.
It's kind of this thing in which he offers himself to them just so he buys some time for his team.
The problem is, look at the cooldown on the side. It's 25 seconds. They could just go again in a moment.
Yeah, the next time you die, you're going to be off for a really long time. That buyback and the site, you have to be super careful.
Moving in for the tier 3 in the bot as well. Like we said, they want to try and get their hands on 2 lanes, and no reason not to the hook. They found Elisash. They're not going to actually throw out the side. They're going to hold on to it because Luna's coming up. Another tower. There's nothing they can do about this either. They just have to watch as their base is mercilessly just massacred.
Yeah, and honestly, Winter Wyvern, he has no buyback. They know it. Kunkka is only up in 50 seconds. I mean, you can go back and take Rush. That's probably the safest option, or you can just go all in. If you get the hook, you just end the game right now.
Look at Forever. I hit buildings, boys. What of it? Meanwhile, top. Yeah, then. Exotic is hiding in the trees here. And the game is the question.
He has that BKB. He can't use the Eclipse, but
they can't deal with Megas here is the problem. They're going to have to deal. They can't actually get involved in this right now. The Shackle Shot comes out. The Doom using the Brow. Now the Wukong's going down. The Dismember on the side. Luna, she didn't even get the Eclipse off. No, the hook through the Limfight Doom as well. And it looks like that might be it. GG gets called. We're going to a game 5. And my god, is this going to be Wind and Rain coming back from the brink and just securing a place to summon? Or can new guys get it again? Maybe they get through a Brood. Maybe they get through a PL. Maybe they just find another strategy. But this most definitely is not the one.
Yep. Picking such a weak laner. I mean, Luna, not the worst laner, but versus Pudge and Crystal Maiden, you need something to... You need something that's going to be able to escape once you're hooked. You're going to need something that... Like a PL, right? That can doppelgang once he's hooked. That would have been a perfect pick. Or a Nyx. Or perhaps even a Nursa that can stand and fight once he's hooked. But Luna, she's definitely one of those very weak supports, very weak cores once she's hooked out of position. So, yep. Kind of have to just adapt to that and think about this Pudge pick as well, because it's proven to be really strong.
We're going to have to find out who can take this one. It's going to go down the line in a 5th game. We're going to go to a break. We're going to shove even more ads down your throats. We're going to get some water down ours, so we are ready for... Do you get the feeling this is going to be a long game or a quick? I feel like we've had some quicks. It's probably going back to a long game. Something's going to sneak through, a Tinker or a Phantom Lancer.
Maybe a Brood.
Maybe a Brood. No. I don't know if that'll be a long game. If a
Never going to see a Brood. Never going to see a Brood
Never
again.
again.
I think.
Well, guys, I think we'll go to that break now. We'll be back in a few minutes. Stay tuned, because this just got a whole lot more exciting.